Skritrasyam Dishidevatatma Himalayo Namanagaadhiraja Purvaparau Toyanidhiva Gahya Sthitah Prithivya Iva Manadandaha. Okay. So, Apaharanam, the way he was, Tarakasura was torturing all how he was looting all the people in the Swarga. Different types of looting was spoken of. The last one we did was 45th. Yajvabihi Sambritam Havyam Vitateshu Adhvareshu Saha Jato Veda Mukhat Mayi Mishatam Achinati Naha. So, Saha Tarakasura, he stole the food from the mouth of Agni himself and did not give us what is due to us. Okay, so anyway, the sacrifice is what opens up to heaven, and it goes. Agni takes the habis to each and every person and delivers it. He takes it right away from the postman himself. So Mishatam, as we are looking at it, they cannot close their eyes. They cannot do animesha. That is their quality. So even when we are opening our eyes and looking at it, still he steals our food. So bhojanamapi apaharati. Na kevalam dhanam kanyaha tatha bhojanamapi adhuna harati. So it's a very pitiable state that the devas are in now. Next is yashas. See, bhojanam is one thing. Now he goes to the fame, which is also not a tangible thing. You know, tangible. It's not an item that you can hold in hand that he takes away. But here, the way cleverly Kālidāsa comes about is, he says the horse, Indra's horse, Uchchaishravas, is a representation of Indra's yashas, Indra's fame. And he has stolen even Uchchaishravas. So Uchchaihi Uchchaishravastena Hayaratnam Aharicha Dehabandham Iva Indrasya Chirakala Arjitam Yashaha. Indrasya Chirakala Arjitam Yashaha, the fame that has been, it is an embodiment, Dehabandham Iva, like an embodiment of Indra's fame which has been acquired for a long term. So long earned fame, Chirakala Arjitam Yashaha, Dehabandham Iva, Uchchaishravaha, this horse, Hayaratnam, the horse, which is Ratnam iti Sreshta, Swajati Sreshte, Ratnam iti Vyavahriyate. So any object which is a Sreshta, which is the greatest, best in its particular species, then you call it as a Ratnam, Ashwaratnam, Stri Ratnam, ityadika. This Uchchaishravas being a higher Ratnam, best among the horses, and it is also Uchchaihi. It is a very noble horse. Tena ahari cha. Tena Dharakasurena Uchchaishravaha Hayaratnam cha ahari yat Hayaratnam Indrasya sakshat sharira dhritam yashaha iva vartate. So Kim Bahuna Mahendrasya Ashwaratnamapi Tena Apahritam. Yeah.
So Uchchaihi, usually if you look at it like Balakaha Uchchaihi Vedam Vadanti, it's like an adverb, right? Kriya Visheshanam, right? Usually.
Yeah, in a way it is. But I think here he is taking it as a something that is
excellent, uttamam.
Excellent, uttamam iti.
So it's like it's an avyaya, but doesn't come in the meaning of kriya visheshanam. It's just like adjective.
It's an adjective, visheshana rupena.
Got it.
Uchchaihi, high appadina, yeah, it can be an adjective or in a compound or by itself. High, noble, distinguished, famous. In fact, famous na cholli in Apte he takes only this example. Uchchaihi Uchchaishravastena iti Kumārasambhava shlokaveda tatra uddhritam. So tena Uchchaishravaha nama Hayaratnam cha ahari. Ahari is in, again, it's a Kartari Prayogam. Yeah. passive voice. Sorry, karmani prayogam. Tena tarakena uchchaishrava iti indra ashwasya nama hayaratnam hayasreshthaha chakaraha apishabdarthe. Apishabdarthe ityukte, you take it as even the famous horse of Indra was stolen by him. Kim anyesham apaharanena vidyate. So one thing is, it is a noble horse. It is a great horse. It is capable of running quite fast. And if he can even capture that and keep it under his control, then what to say of other things? So kim anyesham apaharanena vidyate. So vegaya prasiddhaha ayam hayaha tathapi tasya apaharanam karoti eshaha. That's the idea here. Kim anyesham apaharanena vidyate jaya sadhana bhutam ashwaratnam api apahritam. It is a symbol of victory for anybody. They conduct Ashwamedha Yaga and they ask this horse to run everywhere, and if anybody can capture it, then it means that they are opposing the supremacy of the king who has sent it. So it is like a representation of the fame, or an acquisition of the territory is generally marked by the running of a horse. So it is a Jaya Sadhana Bhutam. One is, it is marking the territory. The other thing is, the king also will climb onto that horse and he will fight, which is, it becomes a sadhanam for victory. Hetu bhutam. Tadapi apahritam uchchaishravasah swajati shreshthatve hetum aha uchchaihi iti abhyayam unnatam ityarthaha. Mahati uchchaihi iti amaraha. So Amara Kosha also tells it's an avyaya where it says Ucha Mahat iti. Anena Ashva Visheshanena Anyebhyaha Pradhana Guna Sadbhavaha Uktaha. Anyebhyaha this Pradhana Guna Uttamatvam tu Ashwanam Pradhana Gunaha Sharira Rakshane Mahat Susamhatam iti Uktatvat Upalakshanam cha etat Anyeshamapi Gunana. Okay. Uchchaihi is not the only gunam that is present in nobility, or greatness is not the only quality that is present in this horse. There are also other qualities. Any great quality that you can find is present in this horse, and even that horse has been captured by him. In order to show the greatness of this horse, he is saying Uchchaihi. So, Anyebhyaha Pradhana Guna Sadbhavaha Uktaha. There are other good qualities also in other things, but then this horse has a better quality than the other things. So, Anyebhyaha api asmin ashve pradhana gunaha asti. So, pradhana guna sadbhavaha uktaha. Unnatatvam ashwanam pradhana gunaha. Being very tall is also a quality of a horse. Not only great in the sense of quality, physical appearance also. If a horse is really tall, then it is supposed to be of a good quality. So the unnatatvam here would mean tall, being tall physically. So that is also a pradhana guna. So sharira lakshane api mahat iti vaktum shakyate. Mahat ityukte susamhatam, something that is well built in a physical appearance. So for that also you can use uchchaihi. Upalakshanam cha etat anyesham api gunanam. So being well built is not the only quality that is there in Uchchaishravas. It is just a representative of all the good qualities that are present in it. So Ashwaratnam Utprekshate. Now he comes to the Utpreksha for why it is a Sreshtha. It is like the personification of Indra's fame. So Indrasya Chirakala Arjitam Yashaha Dehabandham Iva. Indrasya Mahendrasya Chirakala Arjitam Bahukala Sanchitam Etat Unnatatve Hetuhu Lobhaniyatwadikancha Dvanati. Unnatatve Hetuhu Bahukala Sanchitam. He is Poshitam. He has been nourishing this horse for a long time, and so it has become really well built. So he has taken care of this horse and ensured that it is really well built. Tasmadeva karanat atra unnatam ashwaratnam vityuktam. So unnatatve hetuhu tu chirakala arjitam indrena. Then lobhaniyatwadikam cha dvanati. It is also something that is very coveted by people, because he has held it for such a long time. Right from in the Dugdhabdi Mathanam, he has been having this Uchchaishravas, and he is only identified with this horse. There is no other horse that has replaced this Uchchaishravas in his stable, probably. So, Lobhaniyatvam, it is such a coveted object. Chirakala sanchitam hi vastu lobhaniyam bhavati. That which is being protected for a long time is naturally others want it more. Something like ancestral wealth. People hunger for it. You may have accumulated a lot of wealth in your lifetime, but still, if there is some parampara sottu that is coming, you will not want to let go of it.
Neighbors envy, owners pride more.
Correct. Tad apaharanam cha khedam atanoti. Evam lobhaniyam vastu apahriyate iti chet sakshat khedam eva utpadyate. It definitely increases the grief in someone's mind. Yashaha kirtihi deham badhnati deha bandham murtimat ityarthaha. So it's taken a form. Yashas, his fame has taken a form of a horse. Ubhayorapi dhavalyam ati mahatvam cha utpreksha hetuhu. So the reason for utpreksha, reason for comparing both Yashas, Indra's fame, and Uchchaishravas is, one is whiteness, dhavalyam. Kirtihi tu kavi samaye, it is accepted to be white. Fame is white in kirti, in kavi world. And then ati mahat. Indrasya kirtirapi trishu lokeshu api vikhyataha eva saha Indraha. Tasmat tasya yashaha api ati mahaneva. Yatha Uchchaishravas api. The Uchchaishravas, the horse, is also very great in stature. His fame is also great in stature. Ashwa apahare tasya yashasaha api apahritatva pratitihi phalam. Why does he do this upreksha? The result of that is to say, because Uchchaishravas was stolen by him, Indra's fame is also gone now. Nobody wants to look at him now. So that is the idea behind this. Uchchairhi Uchchaishravastena Hayaratram Aharicha Dehabandhamiva Indrasya Chirakala Arjitam Yashaha. Now, in general, someone might question, right? Why haven't you tried any other tactic with him, like Samadana, Beda, Dandadi? Upayaha kimartham na prayuktaha. So, tasmin upayaha sarve naha krure pratihata kriyaha viryavanti aushadhani iva vikare sannipatike. Tasmin krure tasmin tarakasure Tarakāsurasya vishaye. In the matter of Tarakāsura, who is very cruel, none of the upayas, sarve api upayaha, all of the upayas, sama, dana, bheda, danda, all of these pratihata kriyaha, the result have been pratihata, obstructed. It was not possible to continue with any of the other upayas also. The application of those upayas were also obstructed, pratihata. Just like how sannipatike vikare viryavanti aushadhani iva. Sannipatike aushade. So sannipatike vikare. Vikaram is any fever or any rogam, vikaram, change that is resulted because of sannipatika. Sannipata. Sannipatam is kapha, vata, pitta, kapam. All these three doshas are together inflamed, and all three have come together. So usually there is a balance between these three, and if this balance is maintained, then there is no rogam in the body. That's the Ayurveda principle. If one of these is out of balance, then it will cause some reaction in the body. Now, if all three are prakupitam, if all three have been inflamed, then it's even if the aushadham is viryavan, even if the medicine is extremely potent, it still cannot have any effect in it. Pratihata kriya bhavati. Even the medicine, its effect will be obstructed. If all three are suddenly increased. So that state is called sannipatika vikaram. Sannipatena kritaha vikaraha jvaraha. Okay. So nanu samashraya pravritti vyatirekena अन्ये अपि उपायाः सन्ति नाम. So isn't it true that there are other upaya, there are other ideas that can be used? Samashraya, seva. Seva is not the only way to placate him. You know, there are other ways also to try to bring him swavasham kartum. So tadrisha upayaha kimartham na prayuktaha. So te kim na tasmin prayuktaha iti ashankya prayuktanam api tesham vaiphalyam aha. Even though they have been used, it was very, there was no use for all of those things. He's going to talk about how there was no result. There was a viphalata in any of these that they did. Naha sarve upayaha tasmin pratihata kriyaha. Naha asmakam sarve upayaha. Tari na kevalam samshraya vritti paryantaha. I think we should remove this. This doesn't make sense here. Samshraya vritti paryantaha apitu or samshraya vritti paryanta prayogaha. Abdi eduthukalam. I think these are some extras from the manuscript, and this the prayogaha would have been taken from the next line, and they have added it there by mistake. It's a scribal error.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So samshraya vritti paryantaha prayogaha na kevalam kritaha kintu samadhi prayogaha api iti bhavaha.
Madam, it looks like that samadhi prayogaha. So they thought it was sama sandhyadi prayogaha.
Right.
I think you can remember, like what you said first was right. I think so. You can remove the whole thing.
Yeah. I think you can remove the whole thing and then say samshraya vritti paryantaha apitu samadhi prayogaha api. This is better.
Isn't there a song in Sarasa Samadana Bheda Danda Chatura?
Yeah, Chatura. Yeah. Samadana Bheda Danda Chatura. In Kiratarjuniyam, if you read the first Sarga, you will beautifully bring out how Duryodhana uses Samadana Bheda Danda in his rule. And he will rule the Kuru Desham in a very beautiful manner. That he will say, at the end, he will say, people are going to forget your name. Now the Vanechara comes and informs Yudhishthira. He says, people are going to forget Yudhishthira's name. He is ruling so beautifully. Samadana Vedadanta. So na kevalam samshraya vritti paryantaha, not only samshraya. Samshraya is vinaya, something that shows their humility and they are doing seva to him in whatever manner that he wants without angering him. Tadrisha vritti paryantam na kevalam. It is not only up till that they tried, but they have also tried samadhi prayoga. Te api vipalaha eva. So upayaha samadayaha tasmin tarake pratihata krita pratihanana kriya karya jananam pratihatam ruddham. So the upayas, the 4 upayas could not produce any action in him or result in him. तादृश उपायाः प्रतिहतक्रियाः आसन् इति शेषः. अत्र उपमाम् आह सान्निपातिके विकारे वीर्यवन्ति औषधानि इव. सान्निपातिके वात पित्त श्लेष्म इस् कफ. समाहारः सन्निपातः. सन्निपातात् उद्भूतः सान्निपातिकः तादृशे विकारे सान्निपातिके विकारे. The jwarado vikara is always some the symptom. A symptom that arises because of the confluence of these 3, vata, pitta and kapha. Viryavanti prashasta virya yuktani, potent, which can cure the rogam. Tadrisha aushadhani musta parpatakadini. Musta is a type of root. I forgot to look at this. What is this Parpataka Trila? Parpataka is another type of medicinal plant. Okay. Ayurvedam has so many plants listed that they've identified most of it today, is what I know, as far as I remember. Okay, so aushadhanini, musta, parpatakadini. Musta is actually a root vegetable which this boar likes to eat. That is there in many kāvyam actually. A boar will dig from the ground and take the musta. It is attracted towards the smell of that root vegetable. Musta parpatakadini iva doshatraya sambhave jwarado mahaviryani aushadhani iva asmakam upayaha sarve api tarake pratihata shaktayaha jataha. So just like how when all three doshas give rise to a fever or other symptoms, even great potent medicines can have no effect in them. Their effect is pratihata, it is obstructed. So the medicine would probably only attack the effect of one particular, prakopam. It cannot affect when all three are suddenly angered in our body and inflamed. Sannipata jwarado aushadhanam nishphalatvam uktam vaidyashastre vatapitta kaphanam cha sannipato yada bhavet tada jato jwarastivraha hi asadhyaha sarva bheshajaihi. I think that is where they let it be in the hands of karma. If you have to get out of it, you will. If it's like a miracle, this thing that they come out and all. Upamanu.
It's common even in modern medicine, right? Like if you have diabetes, if you have heart failure, if you have lungs, one medicine.
All three together, yes.
Right?
It's very
what a balance, and so now you have a real problem. You can't just prescribe.
Upamana upameyoho sadharanam dharmam aha kruraha iti. So upaya sarve pratihata kriyaha is also another. That is the result. While qualifying both the Sannipatikam and qualifying Tarakasura, you can say Kruraha is the common Sadharana Dharmam there. Asura Vijayitvat Abhedya Chitte Doshatraya Sambhutatvat Asadhyecha. These two one goes to Tarakasura, the other goes to Sannipatika Jwaram. So the Sannipatika Jwaram is also Krura. It is also something which is difficult to win over, Kruram, cruel, in the mind. Just as how Tarakasura is very cruel in the mind and it is very difficult to crack that attitude in his mind. Abhedya Chittam. In the same way, this Jwaram is also, it is very difficult to conquer. It is very cruel in the sense it gives rise to all sorts of symptoms which are difficult to overcome. So here for Tarakasura, you say Asura Vijayi. Saha Asuraha iti karanat tasya chittetu kruratvam vartate eva. Saha na kevalam Asuraha Suranam Vijayi api. Suranam parajaya karanabhutaha saha. So he is a conqueror and he is an Asura. Because of these two reasons, his mind is extremely cruel and is difficult to overcome by Samadana, Bheda, Danda. Same way, dosha traya sambhutam, all three doshas are effective here. So, which means it is very difficult to conquer that, the result of all three doshas there in the body. Okay. So, just as how there is asuratvam and vijayitvam in him, the same way here, dosha traya sambhutam, and it is asadhyam. It's very difficult to, there is an ineffective nature of the aushadhas also in this. So krura is a common attribute to both of them. Okay. Tasmin upaya sarve naha krure pratihata kriyaha viryavanti aushadhani iva vikare sannipatike. So what are the upaya that they have tried? They've tried the ultimate upayam. Sama, dana, bheda is fine. Dandam they tried, which didn't work. So he directly jumps to the last one. Jayasha yatra cha asmakam pratighata udgata archisha harichakrena tena asya kanthe nishkamiva arpita. We sent Vishnu with his Sudarshana Chakram. when he attacked him with the Sudarshana Chakram, it went and hit against his chest. It created a spark and it resulted into an alankara bhushanam for him. Kanthe arpitam nishkam bhushanam iva tena harichakrena abhut. So yatra asmakam jaya asha asit. Yatra yasmin harichakre. In that Sudarshana Chakra, we had all our hopes. Jaya asha sarva api asha tatraiva sthapita, which went and hit pratighata udgata archihi. Pratighatat, as soon as something hits against something, there is a spark that comes about, right? Because of that friction. So when that archis, udgata, opari gatam archihi, the flame that went up resembled like the chain on his kantha. So kante arpitam nishkam iva abhut. Asya Tarakasurasya kante nishkam ityukte uro bhushanam, urasaha bhushanam. So it is like a mala for him. All their hopes were gone. Nanu sarva upayebhyaha balavattaraha dandaha. It's the most effective or the ultimate. When sama doesn't work, they go to bheda. Sama, dana. Then if that doesn't work, they go to bheda. If ultimately when none of these three work, only they use the danda. That's the last resort. Punishment is always the last resort. Nanu sarva upayebhyaha balavattaraha dandaha. More than balavattaraha, I would say it is the last resort. Even that didn't work. Kimna tasmin phalitaha ityatra aha. Yatra asmakam jayasha tena harichakrena cha. Yatra tena. Yat shabdasya tat shabdasya ta. Yat shabdaha tu saptami bhaktyam. Tat shabdaha tu atra tritiya vibhaktyam asti. So yatra asmakam jaya asha asit. Jayasya asha asit. Tenaiva harichakrena asya kanthe arpitam nishkam iva abhut. Abhut varad. Okay, so yatra yasmin harichakre asmakam jayasha jeshyamaha vayam anena iti asha purvam asit. We had an asha, we had a hope that we will definitely win. Tadracha asha tu asmin chakre nyastam. So anena Vishnu chakrasya danda upayeshu murdhabhishiktatvam dyotyate asmakam asha iti bahuvachanam yatra upayujyate. All of our combined desires was placed in that one particular Sudarshana Chakra. Then the greatness of that Sudarshana Chakra is also highlighted here. So danda upayeshu, among all the ideas, among all the ideas of idea kuda illa upayamna enna solradhu yukti illa solutions ama so among all the solutions namakku adu vandu it was the murdhabhishiktatvam. It's like a crowned as the best. tasyapi atra nishphalatvam tena asmat asha nisthitena harichakrena vishnoho chakrena sudarshanena hetubhutena api shabdarthe chakaraha. Chakaraha. Yatra cha asmakam. Okay. If you look at Mallinatha's commentary, he takes this cha in the beginning and he says kincha. Adadu melum abdingrama further. That's all it means. Whereas here he takes it as yatra cha asmakam. Athava tena cha evam kriyate. Iti atra kaku upayujyate. You don't generally take it as kincha. If you're not, he's not writing an essay here. Kālidāsa is writing a poetry. If it's an essay, you can say, kincha, apicha, iti tatra cha shabdaha uktaha. That's not it. This is api shabdarthe. Ityukte, tenapi harichakrena evam nishphalam jatam. Sacha asya tadrisha avastha prapti anupapattim dyotayati. Chakaraha, the suggestion for chakara here is, it is tough for that Hari Chakram, Sudarshana Chakram, to be reduced to such a state. Tadrisha avastha prapti anupapatti. It is extremely difficult for Sudarshana Chakra to become nishpalatvam. Tathapi tena evam nishpalatvam jatam. So, praptam. It even became like this. To show that, he uses the word cha. Asya Tarakasurasya kanthe gale nishkam urobhushanam. Nishkam is also used as a measure. So it is equal to, it is a weight or a measure equal to 8 swarnas or 16 swarnas. Sashte shate suvarnanam hemni urobhushane pale palam. That is also another measure. Dinare api cha nishkaha astri. Nishkaha astri. Nishkam, when you use it in Napunsakalinga or nishkaha pullingam, then it can be either a bhushanam or a measure of weight, which is equal to so much of swarna. So here he takes it as uro bhushanam, urasaha bhushanam, vakshasaha bhushanam. Arpitam nyastamiva utprekshayam hetum aha pratighata udgata archihi. Pratigataha pratihananam, attacking madri. Yeah, hitting against. Tena udgatam uthitam archihi jwala yasya shilatala karkashe tatkanthe Vishnu chakre patite sati. When his kantha desham is like shilatalam, it is like the sides of a mountain. Karkasham, it is very rough, like the sides of a stone. Shilatala karkashe tatkanthe Vishnu chakre patite sati. When the Sudarshana chakra was made to fall on his kantha, his neck, kantha desha kathinyat udgataya vakshaf pradesha paryantam. Okay, I don't like this way of saying it. I would rather take it as kantha deshe. Instead of saying kantha desham, you can take it as when it is hitting the chest. You know, you're trying to target the heart, so you hit the chest. The chest is more harder surface than the kantham, so it makes more sense to call it as hitting the chest and udgata, upari gatam eva. So you can't call it as kantha deshe patitena udgataya vakshaf pradesha paryantam ityukte udgatam na, tattu adhogatam eva bhavati. The arches, the flame will go down then. But it is more better if he aimed at the heart and the flames rose up to make it into a chain-like thing. I didn't read this before. This is, I'm not in...
So if in my mind, the scene was like the chakra goes and hits his neck, and then usually chakra will twirl around, right? And then it go like this, right? Trying to cut the neck. So with each twirl, the sparks fly out. Okay. And the sparks come up and then they fall back on the chest.
That is okay. But then if it has to be an uro bhushanam, tena chakrena iva uro bhushanattvena abhutit. See, when you say that the chakram became an uro bhushanam, it can't be at the kantam there. We are not talking about choker here.
But
we are looking at...
right? It is the sparks which form the uro bhushanam, right?
So, no. See, if you look at the shloka, it says pratighata udgata archisha harichakrena nishkam arpitam nishkam ida. So this is an adjective to the harichakram. So harichakrena eva kanthe arpitam.
Harichakrena
kanthe arpitam na inge irukku. Adu uro bhushanam iva katham bhavati nu enakku adu konjam enakku seriya varala. எப்படி கழுத்துல இருந்து இங்க தொங்கற மாதிரி இருக்கா? என்ன பெண்டன்ட் வர மாதிரி இருக்கா?
If there is a necklace on the neck coming down to your chest,
I know what it is.
It's going to shine.
Correct. அதாவது கழுத்துல இப்படி போடுறச்சே there are also things which have இப்படி கீழ நீட்டிக்கிற மாதிரி வந்து இருக்கும்ல, அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றார். Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. உத்கதனா வெறும் you take it as வெளி வந்த and not upari gatam. Vahihi gatam ityeva, you'll have to take it as. Okay, now
but still I was thinking in my mind that it is not the chakram which is the bhushanam, but it's the sparks which form the bhushanam.
Illa, inge vandu the chakram which has these sparks. So pratighatat udgataha archihi yasya saha yasya tat iti harichakram.
Harichakrena nirmita archihi.
That won't be here, no? How will you do it as an anvayam in Sanskritam here? That won't fit. The idea might be nice, but as far as the shloka goes and the words are concerned, the anvaya doesn't fit there. Archisha kanthe arpitam iva tari harichakram, where do you katham anveti?
Harichakrena kritam. Harichakrena.
Putra kritam, where is that kritam? Harichakrena pratigātātu iti. Then you will take it as ekadesha anvayitvam.
Is that what Mallinatha says? Mallinatha is with that?
Mallinatha என்ன சொல்றார்? தேஜசா பிரதிஹத உத்தித அர்ச்சிஷா தேஜசா தேன ஹரிச்சக்ரேண. That's all he says. The harichakra which has a tejas, which no, he just leaves it like that. He doesn't give an explanation to that part.
So look, so the Hindi Vyakyakara here may not be as authoritative as Mallinatha, but what he says is वह सुदर्शन चक्र भी जब उसके गले से जाकर टकराता है, तब उससे निकलने वाली चिंगारियां ऐसी प्रतीत होती है कि मानो उसके गले में माला पहना दी गई.
हाँ, गले में माला पहना दिया, अवलदान. So the chakram is malam.
No, चिंगारियां ऐसी प्रतीत होती है. The sparks.
Okay.
Sparks appear like the mala. That's what he says.
He says that, but it can't connect with the shloka. No?
With Anvaya, you're saying that.
Anvaya, it is tough to connect.
Okay.
That's right. The chakram also, why all of their jayasha is there is it was made with the tejas of every devata.
Technically, chakram is a round thing, correct?
Ama.
Not a boomerang.
இல்ல.
So நீங்க சக்கரம் வந்து கழுத்துல மாலை மாதிரி போட்டுட்டேன்னா கழுத்தை வெட்டிடுச்சுன்னு அர்த்தம்.
இல்ல, அடிச்சு போயிடுச்சு அது. It can't stay there.
அதனால தான் நான் வந்து செஸ்ட்ன்னு நினைச்சேன். See, my first idea was when that chakram came and hit, it just stayed on his chest in the padakam மாதிரி. இந்த கழுத்துல மாலை போட்டுட்டு இங்க கீழே
டாலர் மாதிரி தானே இருக்கும்.
அதுதான் நான் பெண்டன்ட் மாதிரி அது வந்து நிக்கிறதுன்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். With rays going up like a chain, it was like a pendant on his chest. அப்படின்னு நான் வந்து ஏதோ ஒரு chain with a pendant ன்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். Made more sense to my இது கழுத்தை விட எனக்கு வந்து it felt better on the இது.
So in Anvaya, can you say harichakrena pratigātodgatāchisha arpitam? So kena arpitam? Archisha arpitam.
Okay.
Archihi katam agatam? Pratigātodgatam. Kena pratigatam? Harichakrena pratigatam.
That is what I said. It is an ekadesha anvayitvam. So harichakrena pratigātāt. So harichakra will only get its anvaya with pratigātam.
Yeah.
It won't. Where will you? Otherwise, you can't connect it completely.
Yeah. Only with the pratigata. You're right.
That's what I said.
So ekadesha anvaya is considered to be kind of a dosha. It's not really.
It's not a great dosha, but if it can be avoided, it can be avoided.
Okay.
That's what. So jayasha yatra cha asmakam pratighatodgata archisha harichakrena tenasya kanthe nishkamiva arpitam. Mudusilla. Lambamanaya anala jwalaya asya kanthadeshe mahattaram urobhushanam arpitam iva ityartah. Utprekshaya harichakrasyapi tasmin kuntha shaktitvam suchitam. Shaktihi kuntha, it's useless, nishphalam.
But it's from Vaikuntha.
Still it is of no use. Actually, in the Sudarshana Chakratoda, idu vandu Mallinatha has given some quotations and I thought why all of their jayasha is placed on that Sudarshana Chakram. Atha Vishnu Pramukaha Devaha Swatejamsi Daduhu Tada Tena Akarot Mahadevaha Sahasa Shastram Uttamam Chakram Sudarshanam Nama Jwala Malati Bhishanam Tataha prataha prabhuhu pradat vishnave pravaram varam pratyaksham taijasam shriman divyam chakram sudarshanam. So all of the devas swa tejamsi daduhu, they gave their own shakti to Mahadeva, and Shiva created this great weapon and called it Sudarshana. Sudarshana, which is very beautiful to look at. He doesn't say, surprisingly, usually gives from where he has taken it, even if it is some Puranam.
I'm
Shiva
betting
Puranam da irkanum.
it won't be from Vishnu Puran.
No. It's from Shiva Puranam. So that's why all of their Jayasha is there in that chakra. I like Kale for all these notes that he gives. Okay. Sorry, we'll maybe stop with this.